Looking for a new career? Welcome to Do HVAC Training Service Center in North Charleston. Enroll today in our comprehensive HVAC training hands-on field experience-based program, covering troubleshooting, maintenance, installation, and more on various HVAC systems and ductwork. We offer EPA and NAEP preparation and testing, along with various certifications. Enjoy payment options. Achieve certification in under 5 months. Enroll now for your new journey of skill development and career advancement. Log on to DEWHVACTrainingSC.com to inquire.
So, Jake, you're out, you're free, you're rehabilitated. What's next? What's happening? What you gonna do? You got the money you owe us, motherfucker?
Look, let's just get something straight here. We're putting the band back together.
Look at you in those candy-ass monkey suits. And I thought I had it bad in Joliet.
We'll never get Mr. Fabulous. Mr. Fabulous is the top maitre d' at the Chez Paul. He's pulling down 6 bills a week.
Yeah, and Matt Murphy up and got himself married.
You'll never get Matt and Mr. Fabulous out of them high-paying gigs.
Oh, yeah? Well, me and the Lord, we got an understanding.
We're on a mission from God.
On this episode of The Commercial Break.
Maybe your silliness has affected somebody in such a positive way.
I love that.
I think comedy at its finest is divine, right? Mm-hmm. Certainly. Now, I don't know that...
We're not at that level.
Yeah, no. I don't think the Commercial Break ever did that. But, maybe it's divine medicine and, we're like over-the-counter, Walmart Advil. I'm such a strong, independent human being, but when I get sick... I literally turn into the world's biggest ass clown. Astrid's like, "Oh, honey, how you doing?"
Honey, can you bring me some
my
tea?
penis fell off. I can't have anything. Can you bring me some tea and some soup and turn on Netflix? Did you record 90 Day Fiancé? I think he said inevitable. Dirt nap is, I think, what he tried to say. Yeah, but what he said was the edible bear map. You only got one life, so before the edible bear map comes to get you, put on your pork chops and your photo chops.
The next episode of The Commercial Break starts now.
Welcome back to another episode of The Commercial Break. I'm Brian Green. This is my dear friend, co-host, cohort, co-criminal in crime, Kristen Joy Hoadley. Welcome back to yet another episode. Best to you out there in the podcast universe. Thanks. It's been a while. I'm getting back on the horse. Best to you out there in the podcast universe. Thanks for joining us on yet another episode of this, The Commercial Break. Facts, news, or fiction in 30 seconds or less, or your money back guaranteed. Go to tcbpodcast.com to claim your winnings.
You too.
You too
could be a millionaire.
Dollar air. Penny air. Yeah. Any extra revenue that we have here at the Commercial Break, we're sending right back to you. How much do we?
In the form of content.
We're rich in content. Poor in actual dollars. Right. But that's okay.
Yeah.
Here from this little studio north of Atlanta, we've managed to produce hundreds of hours of useless content.
Yes.
And we're back in the studio after an unforced error.
We're living the dream, fulfilling our destiny.
That's right. I got that 2009 Kia Optima out there. It's rust-colored.
Yep, that's right.
Oh, yeah, listen, living in the lap of luxury is not easy. I just let you know that, guys. We are shooting up the charts and no one's paying attention.
That Twitter guy is totally tracking your Kia.
Oh, yeah.
The one that tracks Elon Musk's plane.
That's right. He tracks planes. He's tracking my every move. He's like, wow, that guy goes to Walmart a lot. That guy goes to the Mexican bodega an awful lot. And we do. That's because we like the food, the spicy foods here,
That's
Krissy.
right. Spicy.
Well, we're back. I'm back after an unforced error.
We are back.
Yeah, I got the COVID, in case you weren't paying attention to last week's episodes, as we were rounding the corner of 200 and trying to... We had this whole week planned of specials and activities and games, and then I got the coronavirus. Actually, everybody in the house got the coronavirus.
I know.
We were literally...
Well, your family got it first, and then I told you, I was like, it's coming for you.
I thought I was immune.
And you did. You think that at first, because I was the last one in our house.
Oh, were you?
too. And I was like,
Yep.
It's past me.
I got that blood.
I'm good. Yeah, exactly.
Got that blood they're talking
I'm
about.
Good.
What's that blood? Like, O negative or something? Yeah. There's a theory going around. Scientifically, I think maybe it's true. I don't know. But there's a theory going around that people with certain blood types.
Yeah, I think it is O.
Yeah, are immune to the coronavirus.
Or they
at
don't
least
get sick.
Asymptomatic. Yeah. But that wasn't me. I just have the regular blood. I don't have any no vampire blood here.
You're feeling good too the day before you actually feel bad.
Yeah,
like
God,
everybody else is sick and you're like, I'm good. I'm totally good. I went on a walk. I was like, I'll just take care of all these poor people in the house.
I did a 5K.
Yeah,
I did a 5K the day before I got sick, and I was just like, I was running around this house.
Like a gazelle.
I was doing laundry. Yeah, I was bouncing around. I'm like, I got it.
Yeah.
No worries. I'll change Mia's diaper. I'm switching out the laundry, hon. And Astrid was like, do you take care of everybody in the bedroom? I'll be out here. And then the next day, I'm like, I'm dying of coronavirus.
I know.
I tested positive. And the truth was,
thank God for the vaccinations because they do help with the sickness itself. It's just like you're just sick.
I was telling somebody I couldn't imagine.
Sick,
we'll never really know, right?
Yeah.
But so they say that the vaccinations help protect you against the worst kind of coronavirus.
Right.
And I'm telling you, I'm a little bit older than everybody. I'm much older than everybody else in this house, actually. And so I think I had the worst of it because my son, he literally had 1 day of fever and coughing.
Bounce back.
And he just bounced right back.
Yep.
Mia, she seemed to be okay. She was like okay in general.
Mm-hmm.
She was tired a little bit. Astrid got sick for 2 days and then she was perfectly fine.
Yep.
And it took the second and third day for me. I really felt pretty bad. I was not doing well.
True.
Coronavirus is scary in the sense that that a lot of people have passed away from this.
Yes.
So are you going to get that really bad version of corona? Is your heart going to explode or whatever's happening out there in the world? But no, I was just acting like a big baby. It's like, anytime I get sick, I'm all of a sudden I'm dying.
I know.
I'm such a strong, independent human being, but when I get sick, I literally turn into the world's biggest ass clown. Astrid's like, "Oh, honey, how you doing?"
Honey, will you bring me some
my
tea?
penis fell off. I can't have anything. Can you bring me some tea and some soup and turn on Netflix? Did you record 90 Day Fiancé? I don't see it! And then, the kids get anywhere near me, like within 10 feet. Astrid! Matthias needs something! I can't do it! I'm not in the bed! Poor Astrid. God bless. Yeah, she really is a one of a kind because I think it was Dr. Phil who said, if you really want to know somebody, if you really want to get to know somebody, spend a week with them while they have the flu. Yeah, that's it. Sick. Then you'll know. Then you know. And here's a funny story. So when Astrid and I met, we met virtually.
Yes.
Because she was living in Venezuela and I was here. So we met virtually. And a couple of months after we started talking, she came to the United States to go stay with her aunt in North Carolina.
Right.
And so I took a trip up there to go see her. Then I brought her back down here. But she was spending like 2 months here in the States, but she was in North Carolina.
Right.
So after this first initial face-to-face meeting where we spent like 10 days with each other, I had to come back to work and she had to spend some time, continue to stay in North Carolina. And I said, I'll be back in a week, right? Give me a week and I'll be back. So on my way up there, I'm driving. It's like the middle of the night. It's probably like 7, 8, 9 at night. It was cold. I remember that. So it was like the early springtime. Mm-hmm. And I stopped at a rest stop. I don't know, maybe 30 minutes from the destination, the house where she was staying, 30 minutes. And I got out of the car to go to the bathroom, and I'll never forget, I had a little scratch in the back of my throat. And you know how when you're first getting sick, like there's a moment when you realize, oh, I might be getting sick.
Right.
Like all of a sudden it just pops up on you.
But you're like, probably not.
Yeah, no. It's just, that's a long drive. I've had a long week.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see Astrid. It's probably just the nerves are getting the best of me. The next morning, I had strep throat of the highest order. My fever was like 103.5.
Oh, God. Strep throat's the worst.
It's the worst because you can't swallow. You can't talk.
Your throat just feels like nails.
It was awful.
Yeah.
And at the time, I think I was still, maybe I was smoking cigarettes. I don't know. I think I was still smoking cigarettes. And I didn't even think about a cigarette because that's how bad strep throat is. It couldn't keep me, it kept me away from cigarettes. Mm-hmm. But Astrid, who had known me like in person all of 10 fucking days, takes care of me like a queen. She took care of me. I was literally locked in a room up in the corner of a house that wasn't my own house for 5 days in the bed.
That's fun.
And it was so bad that I ended up having surgery on the back of my throat. But the reality is that Astrid didn't leave me, even though that was probably the worst sickness I have ever had in my entire life. She
even ended up marrying you.
It was for my money. It's for the podcast.
Right, exactly.
I mean,
that podcast
the commercial,
money.
that commercial break money. Be careful about that commercial break money. $10,000. What do we? We're almost at $7,000 for the entirety of the 3 years we've been doing this.
Yes.
Congratulations. But I do want to say, we're going to get back to it. We're going to get back on track. Had to take a break, and we're going to ease into it today. We've got TCB games coming up later on this week.
We got to grease the wheels.
Yeah. I got to get back on the bike. Yeah. One of the things about coronavirus that we hear a lot of, and that I'm experiencing, and that you just shared that you're experiencing sometimes too, is the exhaustion, like the COVID tired. Yeah. And COVID tired is real. I just feel like it's a little harder to wake up in the morning, and about halfway through the day, I kind of hit a wall. I'm like, I'm kind of tired. I don't want to get that long haul COVID bullshit.
I know. I hope
what
not
is
either.
That?
I was trying to kind of read about it the other day, and I don't know.
I don't think I have it, but I mean, what is it? Is it like tired, achy?
I guess.
Yeah, I feel
brain
bad for
fog,
those people. Brain fog.
like that.
Yeah. Well, I don't think I'd be able to tell the difference.
I know. Sometimes I know I'll forget something. I'm like, it's the COVID.
Yeah.
It's the long haul COVID.
I got long haul age is what I got in my long haul 40s. That's what's happening. So TCB games, the history of the commercial break, part 1 and part 2, which I have meticulously put together, is coming up. So all that stuff we're going to get back on it. But one of the things, Krissy, that I wanted to say was, I think I mentioned this on the last episode. We had a guy that texted us, and he texted us to let us know that times were tough. Life was difficult for him, right? And he stumbled upon the commercial break on the Alien episode, nonetheless. The episode that we did where we have this sound effect that we play at the beginning of the show, that came from Blame It on the Aliens, which is the name of the episode if you want to go back and watch it. And basically, we reviewed a couple who were... The lady had been pregnant like 300 times by aliens, and she miscarried, and the aliens took the baby away. It was really weird. But basically...
but we decided to blame things on aliens. It on the aliens. Like, who drank the last of the milk? Aliens!
So he said, I stumbled upon the show on that particular episode, and it brought a little sunshine into my life, and it kind of got me through, and now I just love this. I like it. Yeah, it was really touching, and I explained at the very end of the last episode, I explained that, sometimes podcasting can be kind of a lonely venture, even though we're here together. Yes. And that's, at the end of the day, that's all that really matters, is that you and I are sitting in here and laughing. But it's nice to know, it's crazy to think that maybe your silliness has affected somebody in such a positive way.
I love that.
I think comedy at its finest is divine, right? Mm-hmm. Certainly. Now, I don't know that...
We're not at that level.
Yeah, no. I don't think the commercial break ever did that. But, maybe it's divine medicine, and, we're like over-the-counter, Walmart Advil.
Or the Kirkland brand.
Yeah, where that, what's that medicine I give Mia that doesn't work? Infants can't take medicine, right? Or little babies, they can't take medicine. So Zerabes. They have Zerabes cold and flu. And it makes it sound like it's about to solve all your problems. And when you read the ingredients, it's like honey and lemon. It's like it's nothing. It's not going to do anything. So we're like the Zerabes, honey and lemon of comedy podcasts. But it really,
I'll take it.
It really kind of, touched my heart that they did this. And we're 200 plus episodes in. We're experiencing some incredible growth.
We had another review that said they didn't expect us to make it to 200 either.
Someone said they've been listening since the beginning of 21. They didn't expect us to make it here either.
But congratulations to
us. No one expected this podcast to do anything. No. When we started this show, there was no doubt that I think we had no idea what was going to happen. Mm-hmm. We had no intention. I mean, I guess we had some intention. We were just...
We were trying to get through. We were trying to get through lockdown, is what it was, because it was like lockdown happened in March in the U.S.
And we started in April.
And we started in April, just as a kind of something to get us through the lockdown, see each other and laugh and now
here we are. Now we can't get out of it. Yeah, the Zerabes of podcasts. Walmart ibuprofen. 200 episodes, 200 plus episodes later, and this thing has taken on a life of its own, and we still don't have any intention behind it. We don't know what's going on. We're just here to laugh and have a good time.
We are.
We're so happy.
Spend time with each other and just, continuing on our friendship.
I think I just wanted to say that I'm grateful for everybody who's been listening, and all the new listeners and all the old listeners and everybody who reaches out and says kind words, and even those people who don't like the show but still listen. There's a lot of hate listeners I've noticed on Apple.
Yeah,
they say,
I've noticed
hate
that.
Listener. Yeah,
but they start off by saying what they don't like, but then they're like, but I still like it. Best to you.
Yeah, everybody. Yeah. I've noticed on Apple. I don't know if Apple I think they definitely screen the reviews.
They have to. You can't just say anything.
Because I noticed, like, if I do a review of somebody else's podcast, it doesn't come up for a couple days.
No, it does take a couple days.
It does take a couple days. So I think they screen out some of the more probably obnoxious ones. But everyone seems to be relatively kind to us on those Apple reviews. So thank you very much. And if you're new to the show, this is it. It's Krissy and I talking, and then on occasion we'll do something. So you know what I did during the quarantine here in the studio?
What's that?
I was listening to a lot of music.
Yeah.
Like a lot of music.
Music is therapy.
There's an old video that I have saved on my YouTube account that I just think is so probably close to the best thing I've ever heard live. Best song I've ever heard live. And that is Prince doing Purple Rain in Syracuse in 1985.
Yes, you're correct. This is one of his best shows, I think.
Didn't they just agree to put this out on Spotify or something?
On an album.
Unedited? Yeah, on an album and then on Spotify.
Yep.
Krissy,
It's
this
really
is
good.
like, if God was a song, I think this particular version of this particular song being played by this particular man is it. Prince is one of the most talented human beings that has ever lived.
100%. I went to his very last concert ever.
He is
here in Atlanta.
2'2". Oh, you did?
Yeah, and that was turned out to be his last concert ever.
Oh, yeah, really?
Yeah, at the Fox.
And how was he?
Oh my God, fantastic.
Did he play Purple Rain?
He was doing his piano and a microphone tour, which was just him and a piano and a microphone, like it sounds like. I don't know. I can't remember the exact set list, but it was amazing. We had a great time. We loved it. That was my second time seeing him. I had seen him years ago too.
When I was a teenager, he was staying at the Sheraton in Buckhead here. He had like the top floor.
Oh yeah.
And a guy that I knew, an older gentleman that I knew around the music scene, he worked security for some of these places that did concerts.
Right.
And he got hired on as additional security to follow Prince around. Right. So this is probably like the mid or late 90s. And he called me one night and he was like, hey man, if you can make it down to the Sheraton, I'm doing extra security for Prince. He's staying here, and like walk down around the, lobby or whatever. Maybe you'll catch a glimpse of him. And I didn't catch a glimpse of him. I sat at the Sheraton all night long and didn't catch anything. But I was in the
but
same building.
you had a night at the Sheraton.
Yeah, the night at the Sheraton in the lobby.
Yeah.
Every few minutes, another security guard would come up and ask me what I was doing. And I'd be like, I know Mike. And he's like, oh, okay. He's
Mike.
just so fucking talented. And that song is so beautiful.
He can play every instrument.
It's got a 67.5-minute guitar solo, and it doesn't get old. I think he's still playing it as we speak in heaven today.
Yes, he is.
And it's such a testament to the power of music. And there's 100,000 people in Syracuse just but they do it the entire song.
Yeah.
So Apollonia comes out. Playing her guitar, right? So Apollonia starts and she's playing the beginning of the song, and the rest of the band is, kind of grooving and moving. He's got the whole Morse Day and the Time thing going on behind him.
Yeah.
And she's doing the gentle opening to the song, and she starts, not on a microphone, but you can tell she's going, da, 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 da. You can hear it like briefly in the background, right? Some of the people in the crowd catch on to it, and then the entire crowd is doing this for the 16.5 minute intro to this fucking song, which includes Prince having 2 costume changes, coming out and doing 2 different guitar solos. Apollonia is doing a guitar solo. Jimmy Jam and the boys are back there doing this whole number with the horns. I'm like, holy shit! I have never seen anything like this in my entire life.
Such good stuff.
If you have a moment, and you're so inclined, and you haven't heard enough of Purple Rain in your life, Google.
There's never enough.
I could do Purple Rain all day long.
Yeah.
Just all fucking day long. And listen to this crowd sing like that for the entirety of the 16 minutes of the song. It is absolutely amazing.
I love it. I'm glad that helped get you through.
Completely pointless story,
Prince.
but I just thought I would let you know. Prince got me through it.
Nice.
One of the things that I wanted to do as we round 200, I want to close, as we enter a new chapter,
right,
I want to close a few others.
Okay.
I think it's important.
Wrap
it's like a storyline that we have to.
Strings,
yeah. It's like an episode of Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
We got to tie up those ends.
Okay.
One of the things that was great about Breaking Bad is they never left any loose ends. Oh, well, except for the ending, which was one big loose end. But they always seemed to come and wrap things up neatly in a package. You knew nothing was going to be left hanging out there.
Yes.
Right? So one of the things I want to do here on the commercial break, try and make it a habit of, is also wrapping up loose ends sometimes.
Well, this will be a first.
On an episode in the future, we're going to discuss all the things that Krissy and I did for exactly one episode.
Or that we said we were going to do, we never did.
Never did it.
The commercial break would now like to introduce the commercial break. You can visit TCB online at tcbpodcast.com. All the latest in online technology available right there on one webpage. Video, audio, and information. Still using a rotary phone? No problem. Leave a message on the voicemail machine at 661-237-8296. That's 661-BEST, the number 2, yo.
Kids, get your parents' permission before calling. Standard messaging rates to apply.
Go to the interwebs and look up Instagram.com. Look for the monocle, that's the search function, and type in that little funny @ sign, The Commercial Break. Click follow and watch the magic of the internet come alive. If you'd like to see all of the Commercial Break's home movies, they're now digitized for the information age at youtube.com/The Commercial Break. And remember, whenever you need a break, choose The Commercial Break. We'll be right back to this episode of The Commercial Break, right after a message from our sponsors.
Guys, I am not afraid or ashamed to tell you that, like probably everybody else in the world, my credit occasionally takes a ding here or there. A late payment, cable equipment that never magically appeared back at the cable company, or a random creditor that I've never heard of trying to squeeze me for money. While I had some time last week, I opened up Credit Karma and I looked through my annual credit report to make sure I was addressing any issues with my credit. It's something that I do about once a quarter, and I do it through the Credit Karma app. I have had this app forever, for many years, and it has changed the way that I deal with my credit. If you're like me and you've had the occasional ding on your credit, applying for a credit card can be a really nerve-wracking experience. You have no idea whether or not they're going to say yes or no. You take all that time out of your day. They do a hard pull on your credit, only to find out 2 weeks later by mail, you didn't get the credit card. And those rejections can be embarrassing and they can hurt your credit. That's why Credit Karma created Karma Confidence Technology. It helps their members apply to credit cards with more confidence. Credit Karma uses your credit profile to show you the offers that are tailored to your financial situation. I have actually applied for and gotten 3 separate credit cards through Credit Karma over the years. Credit Karma has a bunch of credit card partners, so you can be assured that you're exploring all sorts of options. And they can even help you with credit card rewards. Credit Karma can help you compare your reward options so you can find the best card that fits your lifestyle. Are you ready to find the card for you? Head to Credit Karma and check out your personalized mix of offers today. Go to creditkarma.com or download the Credit Karma app to find the card for you. That's creditkarma.com. Creditkarma with a K.com. Krissy and I are big fans of Credit Karma, and we appreciate them becoming a sponsor of the Commercial Break.
How's your money feeling? It's about to feel happier with a certificate from Happy Money's partner, Michigan State University Federal Credit Union. Elevate and increase your savings with 18-month terms and only a $500 minimum. And the happiest part? MSU FCU certificates yield 4.5% APY annual percentage yield. Now that's a happier side of money. Elevate your savings. Go to happymoney.com/MSUFCU. That's MSUFCU. Funds insured up to $250,000 by NCUA. The APY is accurate as of the 12/1/2023 dividend declaration date. Early withdrawal penalties do apply. Fees may reduce earnings on the account. Any monthly withdrawals or transfers reduce earnings.
Whatever kind of night you're having, start it off right with Drizzly, the go-to app for drink delivery. Whether you're mixing up a Bullet Bourbon Old Fashioned for a cozy night in, or a Kettle One Bloody Mary bar for a birthday brunch, you can get the perfect beer, wine, and spirits for any occasion delivered with Drizzly. So,
what's it gonna be?
Download the Drizzly app or go to drizzly.com. That's DRIZLY.com to choose your drinks today. Must be 21 plus, not available in all locations.
So today, ladies and gentlemen, it is with a sad heart, but an open mind, that we are going to close a huge chapter in the commercial break's evolution in our life.
Okay.
The life of the commercial break. On episode number 30, Krissy and I stumbled upon a man on the internet that would become synonymous with the words TCB and best to you. He was an older gentleman that was purporting to know everything about fitness, fashion, fun, and lifestyle, grooming, hair, cars,
diet,
hard-boiled eggs,
women,
vacation in Mexico.
Yeah, vacation. Places.
His name was Frankie B. It's Frank Bernardo. We called him Frankie B after the first episode. Mm-hmm. And we have had a great deal of fun.
Oh my God, we've had a great run.
Yeah, it's been a great run with Frank. We have done, I think, 11 episodes.
Okay.
Have been dedicated to Frankie clips or videos.
He's been fantastic.
He's been awesome. We've never talked to Frankie B. We have a suspicion he knows we're out there, and we have a suspicion that some of our listeners have, been trolling his YouTube. But don't troll his YouTube, because we actually love Frankie.
He also invented the salon suite.
He did invent the salon suites, Krissy, back in 2020. Yeah. He invented the business model of owning a salon and then renting the chairs out to people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he came up with that.
Frankie is a one of a kind.
He is.
I don't even know what to say about him. He's fantastic. Just ask him. He'll tell you. He's fantastic.
Right.
He's come up with so many great phrases that we use around here, like "look at my body," and "she's just not that into you," and "hey, how you doing? Are you here for me or the blind date?" So many great things have come from Frankie B's relationship with the commercial break, unbeknownst to him. But we can no longer ride on the coattails of Frankie B.
Okay.
I'm afraid that, he's only going to take us so far. On the wings and prayer of an angel. On the wings of an angel, we can only go so far, Krissy.
Right.
And I think today,
time to wrap him up.
Mark it. Episode, whatever it is, 200 and whatever. We're going to wrap up this loose end.
Okay.
By paying one last homage to our dear friend, Frankie B.
Yes.
Because we just need to get a little bit more running room out of him before we tie this up. But I want to say this about Frankie. Frankie, if you're listening, or if you know, or if you're out there, and I suspect you might be, for reasons you may not have heard of here on the podcast, but just know that I think he's listening. Frankie, we love you. It has been a great
100%.
run. You have been a source of so much fun for Krissy and I. And actually, I think you kind of helped develop the way that the show flows every single episode. Part of this is your fault. So a big fuck you, I'm sure, on behalf of a lot of people. And I want you to know, keep on trucking, my brother. You keep on putting out those videos and giving people no good advice whatsoever. And I'm sure someday it'll pay off for you.
Yes.
It's just like the commercial break. So it is with a little bit of sadness, but knowing that better things are coming.
That's right. Yeah. I'm down with this.
That I was trolling on the internet,
as
I
you
do. And I found Frankie B's very first video, which we've never never talked about.
He's calling himself Style Guy.
He's Style Guy at this point.
Yeah.
This is probably 4 or 5 years ago that he has this. Let me see if I can get this up on the old TCB-minator. You can go to youtube.com if you're so inclined. youtube.com/thecommercialbreak.
So it's just a black screen. It says Style Guy.
Style Guy.
And then it says grooming, fitness, and fashion.
He hasn't added the fun or diet or in the gym. Are you ready for this?
Yes.
Oh, man, I can't believe we're going to say goodbye to this guy. But everything has its time, Krissy.
Maybe for our 300th episode, we'll review something.
Listen, I want to say this with a caveat.
Yeah.
If for some reason something gold comes out, right? Yes. We might have to sprinkle in a Frankie B here or there.
We will.
I'm not saying goodbye forever.
Right.
I'm turning the page for
now.
right now.
For now.
Okay, here we go.
Goodbye for now.
Goodbye. Bye for now.
What if I told you that I can make you look 10 years younger? Do I have your attention?
Yes, you do, Frankie.
It's so hard to let this guy go. It's just one sentence. I changed my mind. We are now the commercial break. We are now the Frankie break.
Yes.
Oh my god!
He's wearing a super tight
super tight.
And
that's a cashmere sweater.
Necklace of some sort. I can't tell. Is it like a gold rope?
Yeah, it's
gold
a rope. Ropes.
Yes.
Look at are his teeth fake? You think?
Might be.
I don't know. He looks so young there compared to some of the videos we've been doing recently.
I know.
Thought so.
Well, this was before 5 years of straight tanning.
5 years of straight tanning and barbed wired facelifts.
Yes.
We reviewed an episode where Frankie was talking about how to make your face look younger, and he was explaining that there is a process by which they take barbed wire and they pull your skin tight. They stick it under your skin and yank it tight. Oh.
Give you my 5 top tips on how to up your game and look better over the age of 50. But first, let me ask you a question. Has anyone ever come up to you and said, hey man, you look good for your age? Listen,
it happens all the time, Frankie.
Hey man.
Has everyone ever come up to you and say, hey man, you're super fucking sexy? Happens all the time.
I know, right?
Look at my body. Frank, has anyone ever said you look good for your age?
Just randomly come up there, yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of an insult, don't you think? Like, you look good for your age. Yeah, why don't you just say...
how old would people even think he was?
I don't know. I mean, here he looks 60.
He does.
Yeah. His teeth look weird, don't they?
They do.
Like he's in the middle of some kind of surgery where he's about to get the real teeth.
Probably has.
Like
He probably was. They're a little ticklish.
He's borrowing somebody else's dentures. That's what it looks like.
like to hear that. But if you're not, there's 2 reasons why. Number 1, dude, you're just plain ugly, all right?
Well, there's always that. You can't do anything about that either. You're just screwed.
Can't do anything about ugly. You're just fucked.
But if you're in the second category.
If you're in the second category, which is what? I can't wait to hear what he's going to say.
Nothing you can do about that. But number 2, and this is what I can help you with, you need to start taking the necessary steps in grooming, fitness, and fashion toward those comments.
Toward those comments. Grooming, fitness, and fashion.
He's here to help.
Oh man, he's always been here to
help. He looks like he's in front of him too, of like the screen. You know, when you would go to have like Olin Mills pictures.
Yeah, he's like the J.C. Penney's.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, first of all, he blends into the studio here. Look at how our studio and him blend in. Second of all, that is the tightest cashmere sweater I've ever seen on any human being.
V-neck.
He looks like a, I don't know. He looks like a Marvel superhero. Like one of those Where Are They Now superhero movies. What was that movie with Hugh Jackman? He did the Wolverine. And then, remember they did like the last Wolverine was about him as an old man. And he's like, did you ever see that one?
I don't know if I saw that
Oh my God, it was so fucking good. But this reminds me of like Wolverine, Where Are They Now?
Problem is, here's the problem. You guys are comfortable. You're comfortable in your jobs. You're comfortable in relationship. And unfortunately, you're getting comfortable in your appearance. Listen,
here's the problem. Everything's going well for you.
Right.
Everything's fine. You gotta shake it up. You gotta go walk into McDonald's and take a dump on the floor. That's how you get shit done. I'm Frankie B, and I'm here to sell you salon suite.
Never should happen. You should never be comfortable in your appearance. So what do we do about it? We change.
You know, this is great advice, Frankie, and I'm sure every therapist in the world would agree with you. You should never be comfortable with your appearance.
No,
it's the exact opposite of what we should be teaching people. Honestly, like you should never be comfortable with your appearance.
You should be totally self-conscious.
Oh my God, it's going to be a long episode, guys. Just hang tight.
Listen, change is good for all parts of your life. All you guys out there, for all you guys who think that you could look as amazing as ever with them
I thought he was going to say as amazing as me.
As amazing as ever. How does ever look, Frankie? What is that all about?
A body that probably needs a tune-up and a wardrobe that should be tossed and burnt on fire. You're wrong. You'll never hold...
Have a bonfire and just go ahead and throw everything.
A wife you got to throw off the bridge.
Yep.
2 kids you run over with your car.
Burn
That's
your
right.
Clothes
Burn your clothes. I don't know. You're going to have to total body shaping. Come down to the salon suite and I'll barbed wire your dick and make it longer. You know what I'm saying? The problem with you is everything's going well. And that's the issue. If you're comfortable with your life, things are out of control. You just don't even know it yet. So follow me. My first step, murder your wife. My second step, disown your children. Third step, burn down your house.
And your clothes.
Oh, my God.
Look, especially at our age, guys, being 50 plus 50, that's already our first strike against us, okay?
Wait, 50 plus 50 is 100, isn't it? Being 50 plus 50.
Don't let it be two by being a lazy, no good for nothing with your looks, okay? Don't let yourself go. What is going on with America, with America's man? Whatever happened to America's man? You look back at the old days, the pictures, they were all thinner. What's going on? It's simple.
I know how Frankie got this channel started.
I don't
it's
think
all starting
Orson
to.
Welles was thin.
No, he was a big fat bastard. I know how Frankie got this channel started. First of all, Frankie certainly he went through a couple divorces. His wife left him.
Yeah.
Right. But so what happened was one day he went to the bar for old people, where young hot girls work behind there, but everybody else is over the age of 60, mainly single men who are also divorced and rich. You know, they're driving Jaguars and Porsches around. We all know the type. We all been to that bar, right? We've all had our dads say, "Hey, I got this great bar down the street," and you go there and you're like, Jesus, it's like, got the band in the corner playing, that's the Doors or something. I don't know, but anyway. And Frankie gets a little drunk and he starts going on a rant like this. What's going on with America's men's? What's wrong with their shriveling dicks and their growing bellies and their fading hairlines? I can make them better. And some young toddy went like this. You should start a YouTube channel. People really need to hear this. And he was like, that's it. I'm going to do that.
Totally. That had to be what happened.
And someone else explained to him that on YouTube, the way that it works is the angrier you are, the more attention that you get. Mm-hmm. Because he sounds like, he sounds like me. That's what he sounds like. He sounds like
talk loud.
A yelling, obnoxious idiot.
No one's taking care of themselves. How detrimental is that going to be in corporate America? Are you guys that secure with your job?
Corporate
America? What happened?
Why do you throw that in
Why
there?
are we talking about corporate America? I thought we were talking about the growing waistline of America. I thought he was giving us some actual facts. Another earmark of Frankie, in case you haven't heard any of the other 11 episodes that we've done on Frankie B. Part of Frankie B's thing that we've realized is that Frankie will start with a purpose, like five
He's going to tell you what he's going to tell you.
Yeah, he's going to tell you what he's going to tell you.
But then he never actually tells you.
But he never gets to it.
No.
Yeah, he just talks in circles and then he wraps up the video. He's like, so that's it for the top 5 things. And you're like, wait, what?
Worry about your look? I know I'd be worrying. My job depends on it. It's a fact that the average person makes up their mind about you within the first 5 seconds they see you. 5 seconds. So that doesn't leave you much time.
Yeah, I think I figured out he was an asshole pretty quickly.
Right. Yeah, just
Wait,
take
did
a
he
look.
say his job depends on it?
Yes.
What job does he do?
I don't know.
He owns a salon suite.
Well, now he does.
Well,
but
he invented the salon suites. So don't you think he's been doing this for a while?
That idea for a while.
What job depends on you looking like this?
Something corporate America.
Gay porn star?
That's what he's saying. Vivid
Make an
entertainment.
impression. Does it? No, you can't even talk to them. You don't have time. So what are they basing your entire portfolio on? Your appearance. We talked about how detrimental that is in corporate America.
Portfolio.
Let's talk about romance.
What in the world is going on here? He's right out of the gate, episode number 1. He doesn't. You have no idea what he's saying. He just talks in circles.
Judging your portfolio.
Judging your portfolio.
Your whole portfolio based on your looks.
I bet you're the kind of guy who owns Netflix. You're fat and ugly.
All you single guys out there, you're on the dating scene, you're pumping in the information that you're Joe Athlete, you're Joe Buff, you're Mr. America, full head of hair, you look great. But guess what? You're going to have to meet that girl.
You're a catfish.
All right?
Well, guess what? You're an ugly son of a bitch.
You're actually going to have to meet the girl.
You got a 7-inch cock. You're playing rugby at age 70. You're hot and slick and sexy with a Jaguar. Guess what? You're driving a Kia Optima doing a podcast out of North Atlanta. with a fading hairline and stupid glasses.
Are you comfortable with what you wrote down there and what you put out there, your photo chops? Are you comfortable with that?
Photoshops.
Much photo chops. That's what he said. Photo chops. Let's go to the tail of the tape. It's the GCB Rewind.
What you put out there, your photo chops, are you comfortable with that?
He did say chops. Your photo chops. I'm not comfortable with my photo chops.
Yeah,
I don't know about you.
Changed my mind. We're only doing Frankie from now on. That's it.
He's hard to give up.
I know he's hard to give up. I wish he would do more videos, but he's given up the videos on the single life.
Yeah,
and I'm sure because he has a girlfriend now. Yeah,
yes.
And good for him. She's beautiful. She looks beautiful.
If it's the girl that we think it is, then yeah.
She looks beautiful, and she's probably in her right mind. She probably said, "You got to take that shit off the internet. You sound like a buffoon."
Listen, what's going to happen is she's going to be waiting for you in a bar, okay? She's going to be looking for you, and she's going to see some ugly guy walk out at her, and then bam, she's gone. Holy Christ, I wouldn't want that.
Holy Christ, it's happened to me twice today.
Oh my God.
Oh, come on, Frankie.
Some girl just takes off.
Some girl, yeah.
Like, before you even confirm that your introduction.
It happened to Marlon. It happened to Marlon.
We've got the update, by the way.
We'll get an update on Marlon in this week, too.
He's going to Venice.
He's going to Venice. That's all we got. Yeah, there you go. There's your update, but we'll give you a more detailed update. Yeah. He's all in. For those of you that don't know Marlon, we'll get to it later on this week. Stay tuned.
Listen, stop lying to yourself and just start making a transformation. Body transformation, head to toe. Whatever it takes, you have to do it. Listen, I know it's cliche, but we do only got one life. So take it all the way to that inevitable dirt nap, all right? In style.
Take it all the way to what?
The inevitable bear map. Yeah, the inevitable bear map.
I thought he said something about a nap.
I think he said inevitable dirt nap is I think what he tried to say.
Nap,
yeah, but what he said was the edible bear map. You only got one life, so before the edible bear map comes to get you, put on your pork chops and your photo chops.
Oh my God. He's so classic.
He's so good.
All the way in style. It doesn't matter what age.
Hold on. I want to hear what he said. Hold on. Okay.
Oh, take it all the way to that inevitable dirt nap, all right? In style.
Inevitable. He for sure said inevitable.
Maps. Take your photo chops to the inevitable bear map.
Style doesn't matter what age. Don't be the guy when they walk up to, as morbid as it sounds, the coffin and says, he looks good. I hate that. Look good now, not when you're dead. My name is Frank Bernardo.
What's in the world?
Now you're dead.
Wow, Frankie looks great, doesn't he? His mouth stopped moving. It's amazing how much better Frankie looks when he's not yapping. Who walks up to a coffin and says he looks great? Man, Brian looked great today, didn't he? Right before they buried him. That's a great suit on him. That really brings out the color in his eyes.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever heard that in a funeral. Too bad he's dead. He looks great.
I thought he looked blue, but he looked tanner than he did yesterday. It's like they shoved him in a tanning bed. What in the fuck? Who says he looks great? I've been to a couple funerals with open casket, and I've never thought to myself, wow, that looked great.
I know.
She's really getting her shit together. Wow. I mean, for a minute there, I was like, wow, she put on some weight. She's like, things aren't going so great. She got a divorce, but now she's looking fantastic. She's slimmed up. She's blue. She doesn't do all that talking anymore.
Yeah.
I am crying.
I know, me too.
Funniest thing I think I've heard Frankie say. You don't want him to go up to the coffin and say, oh, man, he looks great.
And I welcome you to my channel. Now, you found me for a reason. And that reason just might be that you're actually ready to take the next step.
Wait, didn't we start the video 5 minutes ago? Why are you introducing it now?
I don't know.
And looking great and feeling better about yourself. After all, I feel you came to the right place. This is my business. This is what I do. I'm an owner of multiple salons. Which is Style Guy Groom Room. Now, Style Guy...
Style Guy Groom Room? Who's coming up with the names of your businesses, Frankie? The Frankie
Style Guy Groom Room.
Hey, guys, you maybe down at the Style Guy Moon Room later. We're going to have some beers. Frankie's going to show us how to dress for the casket. Oh, that casket looks great on you. Really slims you down.
Cater specifically to men and all their needs. It goes from cuts to clothes, all the way down.
It goes from my jobs to blowjobs. We do it all.
I've worked with the top clothiers in the industry. We all collaborate together at Style Guy to help you look better. So I know what I'm talking about. You've definitely come to the right channel. So listen, if you got the willpower and the drive to take this next step, then hit that subscribe button. Hit that bad boy now. And let's run with this thing. I think we're going to...
Take out your dick and slap it on the screen. Can you feel the testosterone? Look at my body! I think his head's about to pop off his shoulders. He's so excited about his first video. Wait till we get to the history of TCB and you hear how we introed our first. It sounds like we're on Xanax. Hi, Krissy. Hey, Brian.
We might have been.
Oh, my God. Oh, man.
Have a blast. I'm excited to get going. On that note, gentlemen, tip number 1, grooming your style.
What?
What's the fastest way to make an impact on your style? That's...
If you're not watching YouTube, you did not see that. He carefully put his hand over his hair.
There was a quick cut, and then he's standing right in front of the camera, and he slowly put his hand across his hair. What's the quick way to make the biggest impact on your style?
Grooming.
Die! Get yourself a grave.
Right. It's with a killer cut. Guys, it's quick. It's instant. It makes immediate impact on your look.
Your balls will literally be bigger after you get your hair cut. As soon as the hair falls on the floor, it goes right into your testicles. Your whole life will change.
Too many of you are caught in a rut by getting the same haircut by the same stylist year after year. You have to get outside that box. You know, a fresh cut is going to give you a whole new perspective on your look, as well as make you look diversified. So change it up.
Diversified? What are you talking about?
I think he's going to buy the portfolio.
I mean, that's right. Wow, you see the hair on that guy? He's diversified. He's in NFTs. He's in ATPs. He's in ETFs. That's the guy I want to find. That's the guy I like. This portfolio is diversified. How do I know? He's got a new haircut. Look at that haircut. That screams mutual funds. But that guy, he's got NFTs.
Also, let's talk about body hair. That's right, guys, body hair. Oh. Listen, this is one of the most overlooked things in guys' grooming. It just goes over so many guys' head. They think it's proper to have massive body hair. Listen, I think it's proper to have no body hair. It's not needed, and it's not a good look.
Oh, my God. So
body.
Now we know. Frankie's wrinkly dick is smooth as a... I got smooth sex.
I mean, is he taking it out from under his arms, too?
Krissy, I'm like Kenny G. I got smooth sex.
No, nothing on the legs?
No, he doesn't do anything. This is the best. Well. I'm feeling cured of my coronavirus. All I need to do is a little Frankie B. I should have started with Frankie B and left the prince at home. He has no body hair.
None.
Jeez, that's a little. Listen,
it's not needed. Yes, it is actually. Yeah. It is scientifically.
Scientifically, there's needed. A reason. Yeah, and I understand. I also am a extreme male groomer, but I don't I don't shave. Like I'm not bald.
Yeah,
that's just too much.
Yes,
yeah. I've heard that it's disturbing. And I agree on the other side too. I mean, we've talked about this before on the show, but you know.
Yes.
Whatever your style is, your style. I don't really care. At the end of the day, it's not going to stop me from, I have a wife, so it's not going to. That's going to stop me from doing anything with you. But whatever your body hair preference is, your body hair preference.
Yeah, each to their own. But
I have a friend who got it lasered completely off.
Yes,
completely off, and now she's sad about it.
I know.
She's like, I wish I had not done that.
Yeah.
And when you think about it, it's a little bit creepy.
Yeah.
To think about
Did you
Frankie.
ever see a hairy man?
Apparently there's little wigs out there that you can get for.
I can see Frankie with a little cock toupee. What if when Frankie dies, they just have him in the casket naked with a little casket toupee? A little cock toupee on his casket. Wow, he looks great. Look at that little puff of hair down there. Frankie always did it right.
He knew how to live.
He knew how to do it. When you go to the Frankie B Style Guy Moon Room, we're going to shave you from head to toe. I just see this place where you walk in and there's some big hairy guy standing there and Frank's got a razor on the guy's butt. And he's like, come on into the moon room. I'll be done in a second. I'm just waxing this guy's asshole.
Get out of the pool? Enough said. It's disgusting. And for you guys that are working out and want to wear the sleeveless shirts, listen, it's the same look. When you are sweating, you are just a wet, hairy mess. Listen, I'm not even getting on a machine that a big hairy gorilla was on. I think it's just downright nasty. So I really think you need to...
Why? Because the hair makes the sweat any less disgusting or more disgusting? I don't get that.
I know.
When someone's sweating, they're sweating. It's kind of gross. Like, no one wants to sweat. It's just what happens. And your hair, whether it goes through hair or it doesn't, it's still sweat. Come on, Frankie. What are you talking about?
It's true.
As if someone's just shedding cock hair all over the place.
I know.
Excuse me, sir. You left your cock hair over here.
Clean up that cock hair.
Starbucks with a pair of shorts. And you walked away and it was just this pile.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
Sir, you left your cock hair. Don't worry about it. I got more. You keep that. Save that. Save the change.
Check in on that look. Hone in on your grooming over there. Guys, it's like, would you want to be with a hairy woman? I wouldn't want to be with a hairy woman. It's like, oh my God, what's going on down here? It's like, Mama, no, you wouldn't want it.
Oh my God, she's over 18. What am I going to do? She hit puberty. I don't know what to do. Ah!
Oh
Get over it, Frankie. What are you talking about?
I know.
This is horrible commentary.
They don't either. Just clean it up. Tip number 2.
Clean it up.
Just face forward.
That was tip number 1? That was 7.5 minutes long. We had caskets. We had cock toupees.
What I mean by this is, are you putting your best face forward each and every day? This means applying skincare, moisturizers, serums. You need to be doing this each and every morning.
And later, in his most recent episode, to not use this anymore.
That's
just
right.
Go get your face barbed wired.
Lotions, creams, semens, serums. Forget all of what I said. Barbed wire.
Guys, there's no better way to take 10 years off your look than to have amazing skin. I mean, after all, think about the years of sun just pounding you, all right? Couple that with, Hi,
I'm Frankie B, and I just spent a week on the face of the sun. There is no person who spends more time in the sun
than him. I mean, he is so tan.
Frankie B, Brian Green a close second, but Frankie B is
he only gets more tan too as the years go on.
I know. He's like a leathery couch.
He is.
I don't even take it to that extreme.
Age, we lose our testosterone. We lose our collagen and everything just starts drooping. All right, so what do we do about it?
It's drooping.
I got balls knocking my knees. You ever seen those things at an office? The guy has it on his desk. It's like one ball goes and hits the other ball on the other side. It's a pendulum. That's how my testicles look. But they're clean and smooth. No hair here.
Well, you can't reverse it, but you can at least slow it down. All right? So there are 4 absolute must products you need to be applying to your skin
underneath
each and every day.
I'm not then 4 underneath.
I'll tell you about I'm going to take you to an expert who will tell you about it. We're going to head over to Epic Med Spa. Which I own.
We're going on a trip?
I'm going to have Heather talk to you about these products.
Heather, we've never seen a woman on this channel.
We have not.
I mean, besides his girlfriend hiding in the corner. Like, don't film me. I don't want to be a part of your bullshit.
Benefits they'll have for us. Are you ready? I am. Let's go.
Oh, now we're taking a trip.
Okay.
Yep, we're in downtown.
Snowing.
Yeah.
Didn't we figure out he was outside of Chicago?
He's outside of Chicago, yeah. He's outside of Chicago, and this is kind of near where I grew up, actually. And I don't think this is a completely unnecessary piece of film right here.
Yes, they're showing driving down the street.
Cute town, though.
It is cute.
Yeah.
He's zooming in on the Starbucks. Why is he zooming in on the Starbucks?
No, he's zooming in on his salon.
Oh, it was above the Starbucks.
Yeah, he's driving a Land Rover. In future episodes, we see him in a Jaguar, and a Porsche, and a Mustang. We've seen him in all kind of cars. Oh, wow.
Let's go.
First of all, I think we just figured out that Frankie is 5'3". Did you see that? We're watching Frankie he had to place this camera around to get these shots.
He did, I know.
So Frankie is literally filming his every move to get from wherever he was to the salon.
Yeah.
So we see him driving down the street. He's filming this, kind of like time lapse video of him driving down the street. And now he parked his car. He filmed himself parking his own car. He filmed himself getting out of his car. Now he's filming himself walking down the street.
Past the camera.
Oh my God! And look at that. Okay, so I would say that a Land Rover is probably maybe 6 feet tall, and he is probably 6 feet from the Land Rover. My guess is he's 5'3" or 5'4". Yeah, he's a short person. Sure, he's shorter. I'm sorry. Excuse me. I don't want to. People are short. That's what happens.
That's what happens. Okay.
Oh,
here
he's filming himself walking up the stairs.
Yep.
He's jogging up the stairs.
He's jogging up the stairs.
He's jogging up more stairs. Epic Med Spa.
This isn't his place.
He said it was his place.
I think this is the same place
he
that
said
we
this
see
is his
now
place. Yeah.
in later
episodes.
Yes.
Yeah. He is at his spa, which he calls his spa, which is literally one room and a closet.
Yes, it's tiny.
With a chair.
Chicago weather. All right, Heather.
Over here.
Heather! You're supposed to be in the shot, telling me how beautiful I look.
Heather. What did she say?
Heather.
She said, "Yeah, I'm right here. Leave me alone." This is not a spa.
No, and it is the same thing that
this is a storage facility with a window.
Yes.
How you doing?
I'm fine. How are you?
What you doing, baby?
I'm going over our PCA products.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Well, enough with all that girl talk. Let's get to some shit. He said, "Hey, what you doing, baby?"
Hey, baby.
Completely appropriate for The Office, by the way. Oh, I just want to point something out here, which is maybe part of the reason why Frankie and I love each other so much. The lotion, I don't want to say the name, but the lotion that is on his thing is the same lotion that I use every day to moisturize my face.
I saw it at the tanning salon.
Ah,
that's how you guys know about
there
it.
you go.
I see you're hard at work. You're probably thinking you should probably be off work right now since it's a Friday before the holiday. Is that correct?
I should have just not had to come in at all.
Is that correct? Are you supposed to be off work right now? Is that correct?
She said I should have just been off.
She's like, I should have never started here in the first place. You're the only one in this village that's hiring. So I look out this window. I look at the PCAs. I wait for someone to come in off the street.
Yes.
All right, but we're going to do all the guys up there a big favor. We're going to talk a little skincare. Are you up for this?
Sure.
All right. Let's do it.
All right. So I'm going to fast forward to this part because it's not that interesting. I saw some of it.
Okay.
All right. So now we get back to Frankie. He's going to go back to his studio, and he's talked about all the facial hair with Heather. Here we go.
Facial hair.
Next out there, just do your research. Just find something that's going to work for you. You can always seek expert advice on this stuff. And
I'm not an expert on anything, so you can always seek expert advice on this.
Let me just finish this segment by saying one thing that's just driving me out of my mind, okay? There's this big misconception out there that having wrinkles adds character to a man. You know what I got to say to that? Let's just see where your character gets you in another 5 years, okay? Gentlemen, tip number 3.
Ah!
Gentlemen!
Well, everybody be seated, please. Welcome to the funeral of Jason Junglong. He was such a nice young man, lived in the village.
Gentlemen! Jason looks great! Look at those wrinkles! I got some barbed wire to pull his face together! Look at my buddy!
Why is he screaming?
I don't know.
You noticed that three times during the video he said the same thing?
Yeah, gentlemen. Like he's going in for the third tip.
Oh, okay.
That's what that signals.
Build a better body.
Maybe like best to you. That was going to be his catchphrarise and it never quite took off. I'm not sure best to you took off either, but we're sticking with it.
We are.
There's nothing sexier than a mature man with well-defined muscles. So how important are muscles?
Did he just kiss his own muscles?
He kissed his muscle. He flexed and kissed it.
He called his assistant baby. He kissed and flexed his muscles. He screams, gentleman.
He has no hair on his body.
He literally said that you don't want people to come up to you and say, man, it looks good in that casket.
Listen, guys, the first sign of aging is loss of strength. And when you lose strength, you lose muscle. And when you lose muscle, your metabolism is going to take a giant hit. So what does that mean? That means you're not going to be able to burn body fat. Muscle is what burns body fat and keeps you lean. So if you're not already in the gym, you need to get there. And your workouts need to be dominated.
You can't be a hairy gorilla because I'm not getting on there after you.
Make sure you shave all your nut hair before you come. I don't want any of that sack hair down on the floor. You know what I'm talking about? And he just said, you need to go to the gym and dominate.
Dominating.
Not cardio. Cardio will not build strength. In fact, it's a fact that cardio actually suppresses your testosterone for 24 to 48 hours. So that's not helping you. Get in the gym, hardcore weight.
If you want a hard cock, you better get up. Stop running around. Sit on the couch, bench press 7,000. Then your dick will get rock hard. It's a fact. You got a limp dick. Gentlemen.
What in the world? This is a different Frankie than we know now. This is a little extreme for Frankie.
Work out with weights. That's the only way you build the testosterone and get your metabolism going. So get in the gym. Very important. Tip number 4. Watch your mouth.
Watch your mouth.
I can't. It's attached to my face.
He didn't scream, gentlemen.
He didn't. Yeah. It's
He wasn't consistent with
So
it.
now it just sounds... And we're doing this kind of content creation. You got to have some through line, right? There's got to be something that ties it all together. If you just scream, gentlemen, you just sound autistic.
What you put in your mouth. Tip number 4 is all about nutrition. Listen, you can't go to a gym and train and expect to go home and eat like shit, okay? The two work hand in hand. harmony. You can't out-train a
Bone Thugs and Harmony. Harmony. He's just saying random words. Harmony.
Bad diet. Okay, always keep that in mind. Listen, there are so many different diets out there. There's ketogenic, there's no carb, there's low carb, there's fasting. And the fasting, forget about the fasting. You're never going to make it. I mean, someone's going to tell you that you can't eat, for 8 hours after you get up. It's just not going to happen. Don't make this out to be more than what it is. It's about eating 3 square meals a day. Stay away from the sugars, stay away from the carbs, stay away from the butter, stay away from the pizzas.
Yeah, he makes some really tempting deviled eggs.
Stay away from everything that tastes good. Stay away, stay away, stay away. Stay away. You know what you need? You need a hard-boiled egg with tuna on top.
Yeah,
tuna on top. It's fucking gross, man.
Yeah. But you gotta have the drive and willpower to do it.
So wait, let me get this straight. You cannot get through the fasting because you do not have the willpower to do it, but you can eat only tuna and eggs because you have the willpower to do it. Frankie.
Yes, you're correct.
You sound like a...
Listen, hit that subscribe button, all right? Stay tuned for some of my upcoming videos. I'm going to show you my nutrition plan. I've been through all those diets. I know what works and I know what doesn't work. But I also know how to get you in the best possible shape of your life. Tip number 5.
Tip number 5, gentlemen!
Oh, my God.
It's aging with style. If you're a man on the good side of 50, that's the plus side. Your fashion should start with clean, crisp decisions on how you want to look. Older guys...
Clean, crisp decisions. Use your photo chops.
Yeah. Exactly.
Jump in the casket. Make some clean, crisp decisions.
And diversify your portfolio.
Yeah.
By getting a haircut.
Diversify your haircut portfolio.
Yep.
Like us generally need to take one particular look and stick with it. Just stick with it.
He just said to change.
He just said to change.
Up.
He said diversity is the spice of life. You told me to get 2 different haircuts.
Change it, then stick with it.
Change it, stick with it. Then stick with it and then change it. Do whatever, because I'm just screaming. Yeah. The louder I get, the more it makes sense. Your dick's going to go down if you start doing exercise. So do more exercise.
V-necks. In the winter, I wear V-necks. In the summer, I wear V-necks. Throw on a good pair of jeans, and I'm ready.
When I'm taking a shit, V-neck.
V-neck.
When I'm laying out in the sun, V-neck. When I'm doing laps, I don't do laps because that makes your dick go down. When I'm in the gym, V-necks.
Yeah,
when I'm cooking hard-boiled eggs with tuna, V-necks. And when I go in the casket, V-neck. That's what I want. You heard it here first.
To go. And just because I'm getting older doesn't mean I have to ditch the look. It's what I like. It makes me feel good. Maybe that's not your feel good. Maybe your feel good is a crisp white shirt, some dark jeans, some brown cap-toe Oxfords, and then you top it off with a jacket. Mwah! Dude, I love that look. That's a style.
Oh my God, he's
Maybe your style is totally shaved balls. Totally shaved balls.
Yep, that's the look.
Green t-shirt, flip-flops, and knee pads. Maybe you like that. You do you, man. Just stick with it every day. I vow here on the commercial break right now and right here that for every other episode remaining in the life of this silly fucking podcast, I will wear a white t-shirt because Frankie B told me to.
That's right.
Mark my words.
That's right.
It's decreed. You can change up your outfit.
Okay,
I'm wearing a white t-shirt.
Well, that'll always be here. It'll never fade. One thing we don't do. We do not wear white running shoes. Guys, what is up with these shoes? Are you kidding me? Why is it that so many men of our age are wearing these shoes? Listen, I want...
Wait What shoes are those? They have an N on them, but
New
they're
Balance.
not. They're okay.
Yeah, they're New Balance. I know because I'm a man of a certain age and I have a white pair of them. White shoes are all the rage, Guy. I'm sorry. Well, this was 5 or 6 years ago when you recorded this, but yeah.
A prop to do this. I had to go to 5 Goodwill stores because I couldn't find these things. You know why? Because you're hoarding them. You're keeping them in your closet. Guys, get rid of them.
Honey, I'm down to 30 pairs of white New Balance. What are we going to do if the apocalypse comes? You can wear the brown ones. No, I cannot.
Hoarding
these things.
Hoarding them.
This is a horrible look. And when you get rid of them, do not bring them back to Goodwill because some of you guys are going to go there and get them. I'm trying to get these things out of circulation. Get rid of them.
Right.
Send them to Thailand on a boat. Dump them in the middle of the ocean. That's what we do with the rest of our trash.
Right.
Oh, my God.
All right, gentlemen, that wraps it up. Hey, listen, if you like this video and you found it helpful, give me a big thumbs up. And don't forget to hit that
I'm going to give you a big thumbs up, all right. Right up your razor-wired asshole. Right up your clean as a whistle butthole.
Right button.
What happened? Oh, no.
Yeah.
That's it.
That is it.
It just ended like that?
Yeah, it just ended.
He didn't do anything. He just ended like that. Just give me a thumbs up and nothing else. Oh, well.
Bye-bye, Frank.
Bye-bye, Frankie.
Yeah, you've been good to us.
You've been good to us. We've been good to you.
Us and our pork chops.
I know for a fact, at least I think, that in the time that we've known each other, Frankie, you've doubled your subscribers.
Yes, I think so.
And I am assuming that some of that has to do with us.
It has to.
Well, I don't know. I'm just assuming that. Who else wants to watch that content? There's a lot of people that say that he is trying to copy a guy named Alpha M, and I didn't know who Alpha M was, and I Googled it. I went and watched it. And Alpha M is a guy who gives he does very similar type of videos, but he actually gives advice.
Right.
So I thought, well, we can get rid of Frankie and we'll pick up Alpha M, but then I was like, well, Alpha M's not actually he's actually giving advice.
Right, good advice.
Yeah, good advice. So, but Frankie, you've been good to us, my friend.
Good. 200 best to you, Frankie.
Best to you, Frankie.
Yep.
Oh, Captain, my Captain. Until next time, my friend, we love you. We always loved you. You're our favorite. And until the day that we get to the edible bear nap in my white t-shirt, I will love you. So, Krissy,
yes,
200 plus episodes.
Oh my God!
Thanks for sticking with us. We've been through coronavirus and children and turmoil and strife and deaths and all kind of different stuff. We've really been through it. This has been an interesting adventure.
It has been.
Yeah.
Yes.
And now,
I still love it.
As we crest the peak of podcast fame, we must say thank you to all of you out there.
Yes, thank you.
What a
very
ride.
much.
Yeah. Thank you very much. And if you want to do us a favor, if you're enjoying the content, you can do one of two things. You can leave us an Apple review or any other podcast player, CastBox, Podbean, Google, whatever. You can just leave us a comment and a review. Say best to you. Say unfunny, 5 stars. Say whatever. I don't care. Just leave us a comment if you don't mind. It really does help the show. And number 2, if you're ever in the market for our sponsors, products or services, if you would use the specialized URLs or codes, there's a reason that they're there. They give you special discounts and all kind of free shit. It'll be good for you. It'll be good for us. Okay, Krissy, that's all I can do today.
I think so.
I love you.
I love you.
And best to you.
Best to you.
And best to you out there on the podcast universe. Well, until next time, Krissy and I always say, we do say, and we must say. Bye.
How's your money feeling? It's about to feel happier with a certificate from Happy Money's partner, Michigan State University Federal Credit Union. Elevate and increase your savings with 18-month terms and only a $500 minimum. And the happiest part? MSU FCU certificates yield 4.5% APY annual percentage yield. Now that's a happier side of money. Elevate your savings. Go to happymmoney.com/MSUFCU. That's MSUFCU. Funds insured up to $250,000 by NCUA. The APY is accurate as of the 12/1/2023 dividend declaration date. Early withdrawal penalties do apply. Fees may reduce earnings on the account. Any monthly withdrawals or transfers reduce earnings.
Whatever kind of night you're having, start it off right with Drizzly, the go-to app for drink delivery. Whether you're mixing up a bullet bourbon old-fashioned for a cozy night in, or Kettle One Bloody Mary bar for a birthday brunch, you can get the perfect beer, wine, and spirits for any occasion delivered with Drizzly. So,
what's it gonna be?
Download the Drizzly app or go to drizzly.com. That's DRIZLY.com to choose your drinks today. Must be 21 plus, not available in all locations.
How's your money feeling? It's about to feel happier with a certificate from Happy Money's partner, Michigan State University Federal Credit Union. Elevate and increase your savings with 18-month terms and only a $500 minimum. And the happiest part? MSU FCU certificates yield 4.5% APY annual percentage yield. Now that's a happier side of money. Elevate your savings. Go to happymoney.com/MSUFCU. That's MSUFCU. Funds insured up to $250,000 by NCUA. The APY is accurate as of the 12/1/2023 dividend declaration date. Early withdrawal penalties do apply. Fees may reduce earnings on the account. Any monthly withdrawals or transfers reduce earnings.